So how do we use the leg press? This is a classic exercise machine that you can find in almost any gym. Now, the first thing you have to do is say, well, why do I want to use a leg press in the first place? Well, it's very different than a squat. You're not going to get as much lower back stress, although it does put a little bit of stress on your lower back. Okay, you're nice and seated and you're reclined. Now, a lot of leg presses will have maybe a recline here, right? Maybe you can pull it up. Now, the most important thing is to understand this general concept. Almost every single machine you will ever use across the world has a height range. That height range is from 5 foot to about 6'2", 6'4". So what does that mean? If the number scheme here, and I don't know if you can see this, but from 1 to 10, okay, if you were in the middle of that height range, you would be at 5 and so on. So trainers out there, use that method. People who are not trainers, use that because it's very rational. So no matter what the scheme is, make sure that you understand that you can basically, on your height, figure out a guesstimation on where you're at, okay? If you have longer legs, that would push you back. If you have a shorter torso, that would pull you forward, right? And so there are particular genetic structural issues that will affect that, okay? But let's jump on here and let's get you some good efficient pushing, okay? So when you're doing a leg press, it's very important to make sure that when you get in here, you can do the talk test. So if your voice starts going like that, then that's not appropriate. We want to make sure we have a good, efficient respiratory ability. So we want to make sure we're pushing straight out, slowly come back in. Now machines are made to really go slow. Now you don't have to go too slow, but remember the tempo you go, okay? You don't want to go all the way out, especially if you have that tendency to hyperextend those knees. That can put a lot of tissue, a lot of pressure on your tissues there. So slowly let your feet come back, okay? Make sure your shoulders, knees, and feet are in alignment. You breathe out as you go out. And then we're just taking care of that speed. So nice and slow, all the way out, all the way in. Try not to slam the weights, nice and easy. Enjoy. So here's the side view. Now, you might think that your feet are turned inward, but they're really not. Make sure they're nice and straight. You're going to push straight out. You're going to slowly come back in. Keep your legs and your shoulders and your feet in alignment. Slowly going out, slowly going in. Beautiful. Nice and easy.